So right now, it has never been easier to increase your selection of women to date, and to prove that, I've been able to generate multiple options of women to date simultaneously from around the world within a 6-month span after being in a long-term relationship where intimacy was withheld from me. The rate of new women coming into my life was absolutely insane. But the only reason I was able to do that was by learning an ultra simple formula that I'm going to teach you in this video. And that formula blew up my own dating and relationship success when nothing else was working. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through that 3-step system that you can implement today to start seeing some real growth with generating more options of women in your life. But before we dive in, I want to clarify that this isn't going to be some cliche how to master dating apps or cold approach pickup art video. Because if you needed, for example, an external tactics type of video to teach you this kind of stuff, then this video just isn't for you. So yeah, with that said, let's dive into the video. Okay, so the first strategy that changed everything for me when learning how to increase my selection of women to date is creating what I call your signature masculine identity. Now, I'm not going to exaggerate with you when I say that this strategy gave me immediate results. As soon as I implemented this method, I started getting results with women in public and online straight away. So we're going to talk a little bit about the hidden psychology of a signature masculine identity. So as you probably know, women are hypergamous by nature, and their brain is constantly deciding if a man piques their romantic interest or not based on his overall visual packaging and energy that he gives off. And women decide within a few seconds if you're worth their time and attention. So if you're relying on dating apps, for example, if you're social and go outside a lot, you only have a few seconds to convince women you're not just another typical average guy like majority of the other men she gives zero attention to. If you're on dating apps, you maybe have 3 seconds to convince women to swipe right based on your appearance alone. But you've probably already seen videos similar to this before, where they talk about the importance of looks maxing. You probably already understand how crucial it is to look good in the eyes of women. So if you already understand how important the looks are, why do so many men still mess up? Why is it still such a struggle and such a pain point for so many men? Well, I'm going to share with you the architectural shift that I learned. And again, as soon as I started implementing this into my life and online, I immediately started getting results. I immediately started getting more choosing signals, more matches, and a lot more dates as well. And this is an architectural shift when it comes to looks that I don't see many other dating coaches talking about. And the way I see this is your packaging as a man must answer 2 questions as quickly as possible in a woman's brain. And you can think of this as an automatic filter women use when choosing men. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed how when it comes to certain celebrities or actors, virtually every woman on earth seems to be attracted to this particular man, probably even including your mom. Like instantly from just seeing them, how they move, their energy, specifically in movies, women are immediately drawn to them, and there is no second guessing. And you can think of your signature masculine identity in the exact same way. It is your unique masculine expression based on your energy, behavior, and appearance. Your signature masculine identity creates an authentic persona that cannot be duplicated. This will even separate you from other guys that appear to be on your same level of attraction. This gets really interesting. So there are 2 subconscious questions that almost every woman who sees you or meets you for the first time is going to have. So the first question they're going to subconsciously ask themselves is he masculine? And does he make me feel feminine? Feminine women are naturally drawn to masculine men. I'm not talking about your Mr. T type of masculine. I'm talking about your behavior and your energy as a man. Do you hold steady eye contact without wavering? Do you have presence of certainty and confidence? Are you centered in your own attention and don't seem like you're in lack or need? Are you non-urgent and move and speak with calmness? Prior to the first interaction, women know nothing about you and have never seen your face before. So essentially, you need to answer that question as quickly as possible by making your behavior felt when in person or virtually if you only date online. Now, the other question they're going to have is, what makes him different from all the other men? Why him over the other men? Women's hypergamy is constantly scanning to see which man is the best choice to them. What's special about him that the other guy doesn't have? If a woman just saw or met you for the first time, they don't care about the money in your bank or the type of car that you drive. All they're thinking about is what makes him different from all the other men in my DMs, dating apps, and text threads. And we can answer this question very easily by crafting our own masculine archetype and custom signature like the men that you see right here. And I actually think I'm going to let the real life version of me take the stage for a bit and explain this for you. There are 3 main masculine archetypes. 3. Okay, I'm gonna go through each of them. You have the rugged, right? The rugged man, which is also known as the warrior, who is tough, gritty, and physically dominant, right? Radiates raw, grounded energy that feels protective and primal and can be rough, unpolished, and emotionally distant. All right, I'm gonna go through some of these guys. And a lot of these characters that you'll see are movie characters, right? So think of Rambo, Black Dynamite, Maximus from Gladiator, Aquaman, right? These are the rugged men, the warrior men. Next, we have the rakish. This is the charmer, right? Magnetic, rebellious, and exciting, all right? Carries a playful and seductive energy that keeps women guessing and on their toes. Okay? Typically unstable, reckless, and often uncommitted, right? And let's go through some of the rakish archetypes. We have Django, Tony Stark. We have Jack Sparrow, super rakish archetype, right? Completely unpredictable. Alonzo Harris from Training Day, Denzel Washington, and Han Solo. You see the difference in, somebody keeps on calling my phone. It's a woman that keeps on calling my phone. The difference in archetypes, right? From rugged to rakish. Now, the last one is the refined man, which is also known as the leader. This man is polished, composed, and confident. Exudes a calm and commanding energy that earns respect and trust, okay? Commands respect, but can risk arrogance if unchecked. With the refined man, you want to think of James Bond, right? Or King T'Challa from Black Panther. Vito Corleone from Godfather. Bruce Wayne from Batman, right? Now, these are the three main masculine archetypes, okay? The rugged, the rakish, and the refined, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to determine which archetype you naturally embody the most. Everybody automatically it leans into one naturally, right? And this is influenced by your personality, your upbringing, your body language, and your energy. That's supposed to be energy, right? Now, when you figure out which one that you naturally embody, you want to start strengthening and refining it. Okay, and this will build authenticity. So think of those guys and these characters in these movies. Which character do you gravitate towards the most? Which archetype do you gravitate towards the most? When you watch these movies, what man do you have an affinity to, right? If it's guys like Thor and Gladiator, more rugged, right? If it's guys like Tony Stark or Jack Sparrow or Django, more rakish, right? If it's guys like James Bond or Bruce Wayne or Vito Corleone from The Godfather, more refined, more polished, right? Now determine that, strengthen and refine it. Then, now, second, this is where it gets so fun, guys. You want to add a signature to yourself, right? You want to add, what is a signature, okay? Well, it's an identifiable trait that adds depth and uniqueness to your person, right? It should make you stand out from the crowd, but in a way that's authentic to you. Not in a way that's screaming, look at me, like I'm insecure, I want attention, but this needs to be just authentic to your personality. Good examples of this are anime characters. For my anime fans, I'm not the biggest anime guy, but I know anime has a pretty huge fan base. So some of you guys are watching. I'm sure you guys are into anime. For those who aren't into anime, I'm sure you'll recognize some of these characters, right? And each one has an authentic, identifiable trait that makes them stand out from the rest. And that is the idea that you want to have and create for yourself, right? Now, here are some of my signatures throughout the years and some examples, right? So our signature masculine identity gives women a visual and felt promise of your appearance and energy that instantly makes you stand out from every other man. And after crafting your signature masculine identity, every woman that sees and meets you will feel like you are a one-of-one type of guy that can't really be replicated. And if you want full access to the entire breakdown where I go in depth how to create your own signature masculine identity, it lives in the premium tier of my private community, Female Mastery Decoded. However, I want to give you some free value first. So if you're a guy who's currently struggling to generate options of women to date and are tired of women never pursuing you with the same enthusiasm you have when pursuing them, if that's you, I built a free diagnostic you can take called Perry to measure your results with women, see exactly where you're going wrong, and to get you on the path towards correction to get the results that you desire. Don't wait to take it. The longer that you do, the more time you'll waste being frustrated with your results with women in your dating life. I put the link in the description below so you can take the assessment and get your Perry score today. And depending on your score, you'll get immediate free access to the starter kit inside the community. Okay, so let's move on to the second strategy when it comes to increasing your selection of women to date. And again, this is something that I've seen work many, many times before with women that I've dated over the past few years, especially when first interacting with them. And I call this one polarized tension. Now, what exactly does that mean? So we're going to talk about something that's called emotional stimulation, and it's something that I may have mentioned in some of my other videos. Okay, so let's dive into this then. So we have now entered a new world in terms of polarity between men and women, where there's a lot of validation, chasing, appeasing, and complying. There's a lot of like emasculated, over validating simpy men in 2026. And it's only getting worse. And I'm sure you know this kind of man. I'm talking about the compliments and emojis in the comments under every woman's post they follow, right? The endless DM sliders desperate to set up a date, and the good morning beautiful text messengers that never skip a day without saying good morning. So I think with this kind of shift in the style and approach to dating, I think that women are more and more going to be looking for men that behave the exact opposite of what I just mentioned. They're going to be looking for tension and polarity when it comes to men that actually stimulate their emotions. And we can really take advantage of this because most men are still trying to be this perfect guy, win women over through grand gestures, romantically performing and validating their way to gain the interest of women. But in my opinion, and what I've seen over and over again, and I guarantee you've noticed this as well, is the more you try to get women, say the right things, set up dates, carry the conversation, and validate, the less women are going to be interested in you, attracted, and pursue you. And this is because there is no tension or polarity, nothing that is stimulating the woman's emotions to initiate her feeling of attraction and desire for you. When men try to do everything in their power to only make women happy and content, it only makes them feel nothing and emotionally flatline, losing both attraction and respect for you over time. Here, let the real life version of me say it.
This is the reason why women watch those reality TV shows. This is the reason why women love drama, love gossip, love chaos. When they go to brunch with their other girls, all they talk about is drama and chaos. They need those negative, high intense emotions to feel something. They want to feel the entire range of emotions, not just good, safety and safe, comfortable emotions. No, she needs to feel it all. So guys, implement this into your dynamics with women now. If you've been saying yes to her all the time and complying and appeasing and making her feel comfortable and safe 24/7, switch it up. Tell her no. Focus more on your purpose, right? That'll make her feel a little bit uncertain, right? And add in some negativity naturally. You'll see her attraction skyrocket. You'll see her desire skyrocket. You'll see her want you more, want to spend more time with you. And this will all happen naturally, right? She will reward you for stimulating her.
Okay, I just had to interrupt. Listen, man, basically, the more you run away from tension and conflict with women, the faster they'll run away from you. Tension and polarity will always work in your favor as a man because it will cause women to naturally want to relieve the pressure and create balance through being more feminine, pursuing you, gaining your validation or intimacy. Okay, the real life version of me wants to take another swing at this and give you an amazing example of naturally using tension and polarity to stimulate a woman's emotions.
I actually have a couple stories for you guys. There was one time where I was at a boat party, right, in Toronto. This girl invited me out to Toronto with her and her friends. It was a girl I was dating, I was talking to. I was on the boat party, and I like to go explore and do things on my own sometimes. So I went, left the group, left her, went to go explore on the boat, and I got a phone call, and it was another lady friend of mine. I wasn't dating her, but just a lady friend of mine. So I took the phone call on FaceTime. I went to the back of the boat. The girl I was dating, she came down. I was away from the group for like 10 minutes. The girl I was dating came down to find me, and she saw me on FaceTime with another woman. Mind you, me and this girl I was dating, we were not exclusive at all. She gets like mad and angry, right? She's like suggesting that I get off the phone, like I hang up the phone. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to hang up the phone. I'm going to finish my conversation. But if you want to meet, y'all can meet and you can see who I'm talking to. So I introduced her to the woman I'm talking to on the phone. I continue to have the conversation with the person I'm speaking to. The other girl is standing there with her hands on her hips, waiting for me to like get off the phone. And I tell her, listen, I'll be back up when I'm done with this phone call. She storms off, huffs and puffs, and walks up the stairs and leaves. I finish the phone call. I hang up and go back up with her and her friends. She ignores me. All her friends ignore me. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, I stimulated a negative emotion of hers, whether it was jealousy or her being mad that I didn't hang up the phone at her beck and call. So I'm like, you guys don't have to talk to me. I'll go have fun by myself on this boat and make other friends in Toronto, a city that I don't even know. When they see me having fun and enjoying my life and being authentic and unapologetic throughout the rest of the night, she comes back. We talk about it. She shares her side of the story. I tell her mine. I do not apologize for anything. And she is on me for the rest of the night. Her attraction went up. Yes, she was mad for a little bit. Her attraction went up. Her desire went up. And she proceeded to try to have sex with me somewhere hidden on the boat. Mind you, this woman was furious and angry with me 2 hours prior. Okay, this just shows you how stimulating negative emotions naturally actually works in your favor, guys. Don't do it on purpose, but it was natural. I got a phone call. I told her I wasn't going to hang up just because she wanted me to hang up, right? And I was going to come and join the group after I was done with the phone call. This made her upset. That's fine. But look what happened in the end. And we actually didn't even end up having sex because I wasn't trying to have sex. I was trying to have fun and enjoy my time on the boat. All right, guys. Stimulate her negative emotions. It'll work in your favor. Trust me. Add this to your lives.
Okay, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the story. Also, comment below if you like this style of video where I go back and forth between the real Duquesne and the anime Duquesne. It's my first time doing this, and I'm interested to know what you think about it. Okay, so bro, to wrap this up, don't run away from tension with women. If anything, create it authentically. It could be as simple as playful teasing to challenge her ego and confidence, right? Not texting back so fast because you're actually busy. Rarely giving compliments. Going 3 days without sending a good morning text right when you wake up. Telling her you won't make it to the date because something urgent or important came up. If you sacrifice most of your time for your purpose, goals, and priorities as a man to go on dates with women, then you've already lost, bro. And all this tension and polarity is going to be so powerful because it's going to make you more authentic in her eyes. It's going to make you seem a lot more real and genuine as opposed to being the kind of over-validating, eager, and overperforming men women have become used to today. Okay, so the third and final strategy we're going to look at when it comes to increasing your selection of women to date is an absolute game changer, and that is becoming magnetic. So what exactly does that mean? So I want to introduce to you what I like to call the secret gravity effect. Now, I'm not going to waste your time here. I'm not going to teach you how to get more matches on dating apps or tell you 20 text lines to send to a woman or how to set 3 to 5 dates a week. Sure, that stuff might work in the short term, but I want to focus on how exactly do we make women want to pursue us while retaining their interest in the process. And there is one metric that gets talked about way less that women really reward. And again, this is something that I noticed in my life. So whenever a woman's eagerness for me would rise, I noticed that it was also the moment that she was more willing to pursue me rather than me pursuing her. And it was always a time when I obviously wanted her, but I was just less eager and urgent. So this metric is called pursuit depth. And we can think about it like this. If the less eager you are when wanting or even pursuing a woman, the more gravity you will have that will cause her to pursue you. By the way, if you want to learn exactly how to really create and use gravity to strongly attract women off the first impression or interaction alone, then you can watch that video right here. Okay, so take note. It is typical of us men to be more eager the more interested we are in a woman, especially based on her beauty and looks. Do not let women's beauty hijack and control your behavior. Okay. It is one of the quickest ways to lose a woman you find very attractive and beautiful. Keep in mind, for a woman to pursue you based on you not being super eager, she still has to be interested in you. Otherwise, it won't matter how non-eager you are. Now, if this sounds a little confusing, basically it is the representation between wanting her but not needing her based on your behavior as a man. And I say as a man because there are just certain things you shouldn't do that actually hurts your chances with women. Pretty much anything that nurtures the progression of romance, of the dating process and relationship. That is literally the role the woman wants to fulfill naturally, which is why women will want to spend as much time with a man that they desire and travel far to do so. Sending good morning text messages every day, planning cute dates and outings, asking questions like, what are we or where is this going? And typically want exclusive commitment first. And if you haven't experienced any of this stuff I just said, then that's an indicator that you are too eager and doing things that are actually hurting your chances with women, which is another reason why you should take my Perry diagnostic I built and get your Perry score today to see exactly where you're going wrong and how to correct it. Imagine you get so much better with women to the point where you are able to teach and coach other men who are struggling in the same areas you're struggling in right now. And I pay you for it. Your life gets better significantly with women, and to get paid to help change the world of dating forever. Crazy, right? All right, so that's actually it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let me know your experience with women in the comments and what you thought about this video. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.
Duke, you know I love you, right?